You want an intro? Here's your intro.
Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy el agua que mata tu sed. El castillo, la torre.
Welcome back to the Mouthful, guys. This is episode 18.
18.
I am your host, Arnaldo Martin.
He's your host.
And with me,
Is that how we gotta roll?
he's the backup. He's my
I'm the hype man.
He's the echo is what he is.
To my left, as always, he is a lover, but not a fighter. Mr. David Santos.
So this is
David Santos. All right, I'm done.
This is episode 18. So it is officially an adult.
Yeah, it can
It
vote.
could do porno also.
And overseas, it can drink.
Yeah,
Yes.
it could drink. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Damn America.
on the age of consent, this is episode 18, and this is David Santos Dream Twister. GG.
And to his left, the man who brings shame to Kratos' beard, Mr. Nelson
Yes.
Martinez.
He.
Beard Alpha.
Yeah.
The
How you
Alpha
doing,
Beard.
Beard
guys?
game strong.
Yes.
Hashtag that.
How are we doing today?
Doing good.
Good. As always, guys, this is episode 18, and you can download all our prior podcasts at Google Play or iTunes. Also, you can go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel there, and our podcast is also going to be there. Today, we're going to start with, as always, what are we drinking? Gentlemen, Mr. Nelson, what have you blessed us with today?
So, we know that I'm sticking to the theme of a Florida beer. So, local craft.
Local.
Just someone who's brewing in Florida. We have, again, Funky Buddha
Funky Buddha.
making a presence. Shout out to Funky Buddha.
Yes, sir. Hashtag
Funky Buddha is not paying us for this.
Although, you never know. No, not in the future. You never know.
Well, I want to contact them. Is there a telephone number on that somewhere?
No, it just
there's
says
just
drink
the-
responsibly.
The AA.
We already failed.
This is true. So this is the Floridian Hefeweizen.
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 That doesn't sound Floridian to me.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
no.
style, bro.
So it's a wheat beer.
It is a wheat beer. As usual, wheat beers are unfiltered, and this here is a German style. According to a little bit of information online, it has compelling aromas of bananas, citrus, and cloves.
You can really taste the citrus in there.
Yes.
Definitely citrus. Missing the cloves. I don't see any cloves.
Yeah, I
in
don't
there.
taste any banana either. And I've had the...
Take a whiff of it, though. It may smell like banana.
So, yeah, so when I smelled it, it smelled like banana pudding.
Oh, okay. Banana pudding. Oh.
Yeah, kind of got a...
Yeah, that actually. I like that.
And there's this banana beer that I've been trying to hunt down.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
That it's a really good beer.
It's if it's the one I'm talking about, it's
There's
banana
two-
bread.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, that's a banana bread. That tastes like shit.
Yeah.
This one, it's a banana beer and kind of like the cobbler from last time.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's like that.
Okay, sir,
I'm
hunt
lo-
that down.
Yeah, I'm hunting down.
Are we allowed to repeat on the beer? Like we can go back and choose. Okay, you know what? We like this one.
No, sir.
No,
This is a world of beer. There are millions of beers.
Yes.
and
we
need
never
to-
look back.
We need to.
We need to move forward.
Exactly.
Although
Yes.
I did almost buy some of the cobbler because I was like,
And I wouldn't have blamed you.
well, but so I brought two beers. I brought this one, and we brought the
Fan favorite.
fan favorite Purple Haze.
Purple Haze.
Yes.
Abitas.
Abitas. Yeah.
Yeah. So as a second one, I was going to say, well, we always try a new one, but there's nothing wrong with,
A backup, just in case.
Just in case this one sucks.
Exactly. we grab a taste and then. Oh, it's
What is
horrible.
this crap?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, so that's Funky Buddha, guys. Give it a try if you're here in Florida. If you're not, come to Florida. It's beautiful down here. All right, we're just going to move right into what have we been up to. So, sir, I'm going to start with Mr. Martinez.
I have been playing this wonderful title that actually Santos, I think someone challenged you either on this podcast or on the
The group?
On the
group
group?
page to play the game.
Which one?
I even think, correct me if I'm wrong, although we even had a hashtag going about this.
Yeah, we did.
It's the great game of Guacamole.
Oh my god, stupid name.
It's not a
It's
stupid name.
so good. You don't even understand the complexity that they've put into this platformer, because you can jump between two different worlds, right? So it's a Day of the Dead theme. So you have the living side and the dead side. There are some levels that require you to be fast on the triggers so that you can switch in between these worlds. Otherwise, you're in the middle of the air floating or
And you're
flying.
falling.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you're falling.
It's another Metroidvania game.
Which
I
is my
love it.
style. I love Metroidvania games.
Well, what is your deal?
Yeah.
bro?
Okay. I realize I have a lot of quirks, and one of them is that for some unholy reason, I have been able to get past the name Guacamole. It sounds so dumb, and that I've missed plenty of opportunities to play what I know
It was
and
free.
recognize to be a great game. Yes, and I didn't pick it up.
Listen, this is what we're going to do. Next podcast, we're going to come in a little early. We're going to get you on this game. Because, dude, I'm telling you, once you start playing it, you're going to get addicted to it.
I heard the humor is it's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
It has like very like satirical humor.
Does it throw you like a Green Fandango vibe?
A what?
Green Fandango?
Oh, Grim Fandango.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Sorry.
It's good. All I'm saying is I've been playing that. It's been really good. I've been trying to get through Valiant Heart, but it's losing me.
Is it?
Mainly because right now I just don't have a lot of time. So I'll jump in there, play a couple scenes, and then I'm like, okay. I guess because it's not like Guacamole where it's very action, everything's
Oh,
moving
yeah.
fast.
This
Yeah,
is
so
one of
it's losing me a little bit, but I know it's me. It's not the actual game because the game is fantastic. It's just me.
It's not you, game. It's me.
Yeah, no, it really is because it's just like I've been coming home from work just like really tired, so I've been trying to get some gaming in, but it's just
when you do break up with a game, let him down easily.
I will, especially this,
Not like you did with Batman.
yeah, no, that was
Batman, okay? So yeah, Guacamelee, guys, is a game from Drinkbox Studios, and Valiant Hearts is a game from UbiArt. What the hell have they been doing? They need to release something else. It's bullshit, bro. That's all I'm saying. I was expecting something from them in the
Are they
press
working on?
conference, but
They didn't speak of any
game. No UbiArt game, no. Not even Rayman Legends or any follow up to that. Which
Ooh, I downloaded Rayman Origins on PC last night.
yeah, did you play?
I'm ready to go. No,
Oh, wait a minute.
I would
Nelson,
play.
are you? Was there anything else?
that's it.
Oh, okay, sir. Now you were talking about your Rayman Legends.
yes.
Or
No, I can't talk about it because I haven't tried it. I downloaded it because I know it's a great platformer.
Good.
But I've been doing mainly two things. I've been playing, or started again playing Deus Ex.
Oh, really?
Not
The first
new-
one? Okay.
Yes, the first one. Yeah, the first. Actually, the fixed version of the first one, because believe it or not, there is Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and then they did like a director's edition or something like that, which was meant to. You remember the first one? The first Deus Ex had like a heavy gold, black and gold palette. Like everything on that game was black and gold, basically everything. So they kind of toned it down.
Okay.
They also fixed a little bit the boss fights, because the problem you had originally was that if you were expecting your character towards non-lethal takedowns and like verbal conflict resolution rather than by force, then you get to a boss fight and you'll be screwed.
You're not prepared for it.
You will not be
expecting
prepared for it. Yeah, because you'll be expecting, technically wrong, even though that's how you want to play. So I play. So they fixed it. They fixed the boss fights a little bit, and mainly the reason I'm doing that is because I started seeing a lot of videos of the new one, and it's getting me interested. But I don't want to play the new one before going to the first one. And the first one was a good game. Came out in 2011.
Yeah,
So
it's a good reviews. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have good reviews, even with the boss problem. So I figure, okay, I'll pick it up now that it's fixed.
I've got a question on that though.
What?
Is it Deus Ex or Deus Ex?
I think it's Deus Ex.
Deus Ex?
Yeah, I think it's Deus Ex.
The correct pronunciation is actually one of those two. I don't know.
We're just going to go with Deus Ex.
Deus.
I thought it was Deus.
That's what I've heard, Deus. But then
Amadeus,
I've heard Deus Ex
Amadeus.
as well. So I'm like,
Amadeus,
what are we doing this time?
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
And yes, and then the game of life, where I evolved my character. You know, I was a level 41 boyfriend, and I became a level 41 engaged person.
Fiance?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Fiance.
basically completed the quest where you had to get the ring of 1,000 truth.
Nice.
To the princess, and then in about a few months, the princess will be transformed into the ultimate boss, Bridezilla, and then you have to fight Bridezilla.
Well, first off,
Transformed into Zelda.
congratulations, sir. I want to
Thank
do a
you,
nice
sir.
little toast here
Thank
for
you.
the gentleman who has entered a new stage in his life.
Yes.
And congratulations, Judy, if she listens to the podcast.
In true GG fashion, we'd like to say, game over.
That was a big reveal of the game.
So at the center of the universe.
When you get to the universe, your life is over. So this segment should be getting very interesting. You'll be like, sir, what have you been playing? And I'm like, nothing.
I've been on this quest to Mordor to destroy this ring.
The ring.
Oh my God, the Ring of Power.
The one ring to rule them all.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. I know. It
Yeah.
weighs on my hand.
Last time I was here, I was a boy, and now I became a man.
Well, congratulations, sir. I'm
Thank you.
extremely happy for you.
Thank you.
For me, all I've been doing, I haven't been able to get into anything big, and I'm okay with that for now. I started Don't Starve, and I'm realizing
Don't starve.
Believe in. That's not the way it goes, actually.
yes, that is
that's
actually
the soundtrack.
the 80s
over.
version of this
Yeah.
game.
Yes.
No, basically it's to me the way Telltale Games is to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you
sense
love
that-
them.
yeah.
You love survival games,
Yeah.
and you love games about choices.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing my brain right now.
I am not a fan of this. And I think I actually purchased it too. I had gotten like it was on sale, maybe like $5 something. So I didn't lose much on it. But basically what it is you basically wake up in the middle of a forest and you have to survive. That's it. So you have to find wood, you have to make make tools. At night you have to build a fire, because if you don't, when it becomes nighttime, creatures come and kill you immediately.
Oh really? Well, let me ask you: are these like actual forest creatures, or like are
I've
they?
never got to
monsters?
see them. Whenever I have had the fire cam going, I can go a little bit towards the edge of the light, and all I see are dark eyes.
Oh,
They're out there, you know.
Does it
like-
freak you out? To
a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm getting
It's
it.
not. It's not. It's not a 3D game. It's an overhead view of a game.
Oh, okay. What's
and
it called?
It's called Don't Starve.
Don't
Don't
starve.
starve.
And my issue with it is that that's a cool aspect, but then that's it. That's all you're doing, and you're always
There's
hungry.
no story.
Well, I think there is one. I don't know if at some. I've only gotten to 8 or 9 days in. You know what I mean? And this is after dying first day like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? So, and I realized I finally found out how to make the fire, because it doesn't really explain much. I'm like, oh man, how do I make a fire? What do I do? You know?
You know what this looks like? Tim Burton.
It does. Yes,
It does.
exactly.
It's very Tim Burton.
Tim
Like,
Burton,
yeah, yes. You know what it reminded me of? You remember that game where you're like a baby and your mom's trying to kill you? Because
Oh,
it's like
yeah, I
a
know what you're
religious
talking
fight.
about, yeah.
The Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac. Is it that type of game where it's procedurally generated? And I
It
mean, Binding
is.
of Isaac is more action. There's no.
It is, in the sense, a little bit different, because that one is exactly. You can probably finish that game in a quick sitting if you can live long enough.
Yeah.
Here, I stop the game, I can save it, and when I go back, it'll be on day 6, wherever I was, and then I can continue from there. And
Oh.
then the level is still the way the level was.
Oh, okay.
But when you die, now it completely changes everything. When you go back, you're starting all over again. And now the levels are complete, where the forests and stuff were. There's even deserts on it and all that's completely moved around. But right now, when I go back, where I have my fire pit and where I've had all the stuff set up, they're still there. You know what I mean? That hasn't moved around or anything like that. That's the only issue. I feel like I'm constantly having to worry about his hunger, his mind. Sometimes his mind can go a little bit loopy.
Oh yeah.
And that's the issue. And then I'm always having to get more. And then the fire can turn out. So I have to go get wood during the day and make sure I have enough wood. So when I make that fire, I can keep the fire going.
And there's no way to automate some of these systems?
If there is, I haven't gotten that far. As I said, I think I'm only like 8 or 9 days in. And the only thing that I have noticed is that my character has grown quite a beard.
Oh, yeah. I see that he starts to do that. This is actually... It's gotten some really good reviews too.
Oh, it has. It has. But it's
just not your style.
It's a type of game. Yeah, that's what the issue is. And I'm like, man, I wish I liked it, but I unfortunately I don't. And I'll touch it a little bit here because it doesn't take long. The day will probably take about 10 minutes or something like that for one whole rotation of the day. So who knows? We'll probably go back to that. But today I just went back to play a little bit of Resogun. And
Resogun, wow.
We played that at Player One.
Yes, we did. Yes, and that's
throwback.
That honestly, bro, I hate to say it, but that is probably one of the top PlayStation 4 games. Period. Okay.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with saying that. That's this generation Geometry Wars.
It is so freaking good, and it's right because they have updates. Yeah. There are a lot of updates now. You can make your own ship, and there's people who've made ships. And
really?
Yeah, right. Like I downloaded a few that people already made, and I have an X-wing. I've got a TIE. Actually, I got Darth Vader's TIE fighter, the one with the bent wings.
Nice.
And I have a bunch of them, and of course they all have different stats. So
nice. I need to reinstall this game then.
Yeah. Oh, you honest? I still had it. I've never uninstalled it. I just haven't gone back to it in a long time, but it's so freaking good. I'm gonna put up a video. I played a little bit and I took some gameplay of it, and that's really all I've been playing. The last thing I did do, I just kind of wanted to touch on, was this ridiculous freaking movie I saw. It's called Electric Boogaloo.
Oh yeah.
I saw you posting on that, and I was like, "What is Electric Boogaloo?"
It is on Netflix. It's on Netflix, and what it is basically, do you remember Canon Films? The old Canon films from the 80s.
I remember.
You probably have to look at the logo, but it looked like a little hexagon that would come together like that, and it would be like a... Anyway, the point is that it's a company that didn't last very long, but they made so many freaking movies. They did all the Missing in Actions, the American Ninja 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Really?
They did gosh, what other ones? A bunch of Chuck Norris movies.
American Ninja.
Yeah.
Death Wish.
They did all the Death Wish movies. Well, not all of them. The first one wasn't done with it, but 2, 3, 4, and 5 were done with it.
Okay.
And so anyway, it's an interesting. It basically shows the rise and fall of this company. And it is. I spent half the entire 2 hours just laughing because I cannot believe that this even existed. You know what I mean?
Did they do RoboCop?
Did they do RoboCop? I don't know if they. I don't think so.
I don't know. That logo looks very familiar.
Yeah, that's a Canon logo right there.
Oh,
you've seen this logo.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
They did do Masters of the Universe. I don't know if you ever see that.
Yes.
The He-Man one. They did Over the Top, which is a Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling one.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that.
They
one.
did that
Over the Top. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah. So they did all these ridiculous movies.
Awesome.
I mean, they did.
So this movie, Electric Boogaloo.
I found they did Cyborg.
Yeah, Cyborg with
awesome.
Van Damme.
Yeah, and Cobra. Oh my god,
yes.
Cobra was.
And I like Cobra. I don't care what it says.
I don't remember Cobra.
That's with Sylvester Stallone and
what's it?
He was his wife for a little bit. I can't remember.
No. Wesley Snipes? No, I'm thinking something else.
Yeah, you're thinking Demolition Man.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Demolition Man. Sorry.
What was I gonna ask? I forgot.
So I'm trying to help you out here. I can't remember.
I was gonna say something, and then we brought up Cyborg.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I take responsibility.
So anyway, so the point, the Electric Boogaloo, and so it's a documentary.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, that was my question. If the documentary is about this company,
yes,
yeah,
about the company. So it starts early on because they were in the 70s, and in the 70s they were doing. Oh my God, they're Israeli. The guys who ran the company, they were Israeli. They came over and started doing a bunch of different films, but they would add just nudity because nudity just sold, and was just yes. And you hear this guy, he would be talking to people. He'd be like, "Don't worry, we'll do this correct. You're gonna love it. It's great. It's And I'm like, I can't believe a person like because this sounds like the stereotypical movie dude. You know,
exactly.
this is who they were freaking, making fun of that entire time. Like, this guy actually existed. Anyway, it's a good one. It's free on Netflix, and if you like it, go check it out.
I'll have to watch it because that sounds right up my
I
alley.
think you'll enjoy it. Superman, the quest for Superman 4, the quest for peace.
The worst
Superman
ever.
With a current Rotten Tomatoes score of 12%.
Oh wow,
the
that's pretty
worst
low.
one. Yeah, that's the one where they threw heat.
Is that where he goes back in time?
No, that's the first one.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, that one was good.
Yeah, no, this one here is he's fighting this blonde sun guy who's all just as powerful as he is, and it's stupid, bro. I don't want to go into how bad it is.
So speaking of that they're Israeli, did they? I know Bollywood's not Israeli, but did it have some like Bollywood influences, like in these movies?
No, not really, because Bollywood generally has like dance numbers and stuff like that.
But in the sense that they were like over the top. Like I'll show you guys.
They were over the top. Yes,
I'll show you guys a clip later on where I'll even post it on the GG where it's this guy coming in on a truck. He's on the hood of this truck, ghost riding it off a ramp, and he's just like chilling,
all cool about it.
all sexy, and then he like lands and just like the car is spinning endlessly, and he's like shooting people up, and it was a Bollywood film.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess they had a couple. At some point, MGM Studios, which is still around, had decided to distribute some of their movies, and I think somewhere about 3 or 4 years in, they're like, "We're done.
Nope.
Yeah, they're like,
Nothing you have been giving us is good. We're done."
And we never saw American Ninja 2.
Oh, we did. It's
Yeah.
on there. 6 is never made it to the.
Oh, okay. There you
They
go.
made it
Yes,
as far
yes.
as 5.
Wow. That's quite a legacy.
They were a company. Most companies will have like 6 or 7 movies at most in 1 year. These guys had like 40 going in one time. It was ridiculous.
damn.
It's very good. I don't want to stick too much time on it, but it's a lot of freaking fun. All right, so we're going to go right into some news. We got a couple of news, not too much stuff going on because Gamescom just finished last week, and usually right after a major conference, or rather a game show, there's not much to speak about. But I do want to bring up some interesting tidbits here. On the gaming front, first off, Allison Road. I don't know if you recall, Allison Road is back. Is back in production.
Oh, that's the PT
spiritual successor.
PT.
Yeah. The funny thing about it, though, I don't know. It doesn't explain anywhere as to why they stopped making it, why the guy decided to take a break from making it. Basically, it's a horror film. It's a horror game.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
I was going to ask you, did you ever play PT?
That's why I'm looking at you guys. I'm like, no, we can end this.
Yeah.
This little,
Okay, so it's back.
Awesome.
That's it.
No, the funniest thing is that it got a lot of money from Kickstarter and even got a publisher, and then he walks away. And it's like, what happened? What happened? Why did you walk away? And now that he's come back, there's no publisher.
Oh,
They're not going to. He's doing this himself, and of course, he went on record saying it's going slower than normal. I'm like, well, no kidding.
Yeah.
It's just you. So anyway, so that's back. Hopefully, we'll see that 2019, maybe 2020.
Like Final Fantasy,
Yeah, exactly.
14 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's coming out. A quick note for Xbox owners. Games with Gold for September have been announced. Xbox One will receive Earthlock Festival of Magic. Have you heard of this?
No. No,
I thought you just
honestly.
crap.
I'm thinking this is gonna be for now. The last time I'm gonna renew Xbox
For
Live.
Xbox Game with Gold? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not using my Xbox for anything.
Well, that's true.
Sadly.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, listeners who are Xbox fans. You just lost one.
I'm just gonna wait until Scorpio.
Oh, I mean, at least you're gonna get a console, or you can keep
Yeah.
playing, but it's just not the one.
It's just not the Xbox One.
Okay. So that'll be September 1st to the 30th. Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. That's going to be...
China.
That's one of the side-scrolling one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Japan.
I'm kind of over Assassin's Creed. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
That's about the only
yes.
Assassin's Creed we're going to see this year because they don't have any other one coming out.
Thank goodness.
yeah,
Do you know what they have?
kill it.
Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah. Watch that. That looks
I know
good,
I
though.
sang it.
Yeah.
You think so?
It looked good. I mean, it looked like it can be promising.
I know.
Well, the first one looked good too.
Yeah,
The first
exactly.
The first one looked really good. Like the way that you were able to hack things, and then
Well played, sir.
Yeah,
And then you played it, and I was like,
you're like,
You're right.
it's okay,
You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's true.
It's,
The only
you know.
good thing I can say is that it is coming out this year, and what we've seen so far, the first Watch Dogs was years before we saw it. I'm like, whoa, that's amazing. And then years right before it comes out, we're like, okay, now it looks a
No,
little
it
bit
doesn't
down
look
res.
so amazing.
But now it comes out this year, so what we've seen.
let me compare it to
Should be.
something real quick. A trailer, right, comes out. You're looking at it. You're like, yeah, that looks good. Boom, the game comes out. Sharknado. That's what you get.
I think you're talking about No Man's Sky.
Oh,
That too. Yeah, that was
that's a
Sharknado 3
stab.
in space.
There is a 3, isn't there?
Yeah, no, there's a 4 or
There's a
5.
Are you
I
serious?
think
Darn it.
1 just came out recently. 'cause
Wait, is this made by Canon Film? No.
Might as well be.
I guess so.
they infiltrated whoever.
They're still around.
Yeah. Those bastards will die.
Dude, the other day, I was watching this movie about. This could be the stupidest thing.
That's a good one, man.
You cannot. These people were at a beach,
Okay.
and they could not touch the sand because, like, some sort of like
Radioactive?
living organism will like eat them up. Like I don't know if the sand was quicksand or if there was like little worms or something.
Oh, I
It
know
was
what you're talking
something
about.
stupid.
It was just in the desert, right?
Yeah. No, this one was people at the beach and they were scared of like crossing and or
Oh, okay. I know of a movie called Tremors.
I know. Oh yeah, I know Tremors.
So
yeah.
is that a sequel to it, or
Who knows? But I was looking at it. I was like, I cannot stop watching.
such
I'm like, I don't watch TV, but when I do, this is what I get.
My favorite are the sci-fi movies in Spanish.
Oh,
Yes,
yes. I like the way.
that is winning all day.
Yes, that's good stuff. I forgot where I left off. I'm sorry.
Alejandro.
Xbox.
Oh,
Xbox
okay,
One,
okay.
yeah,
I
I'm
got
sorry.
you. So games would go. So that was for Xbox One. Xbox 360 is going to get Forza Horizon. Looks like that's the first one, and then Mirror's Edge, also the first one. So
Forza Horizon's a great racing game. Probably one of my favorites.
they'll get that. Xbox One is also going to. This is not part of Games with Gold. I'm just moving right on to the next segment. This next one. The Witness is going to be coming to Xbox One. They're
damn it.
planning for the 13th of September as a release date, and apparently an iOS version is also in the works.
So, do you think this is because there was some sort of limited exclusivity, or because they realized, The Witness didn't sell so well on PlayStation 4?
I think it was limited. I just think it was limited exclusivity. The exclusivity is gone, and like, well, why not? Let's get it going over here. Although I don't see how much it's going to sell. It didn't sell that well. Well, they did well for themselves, but it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
It didn't blow it up or anything like that. $40 is just a downloadable title.
$40.
Yeah, The Witness. And so
I tried it for like 2 hours, and I was like, I
actually beat it. And I got to tell you, I'm glad it exists. We need to have games that are very different like this. You know what I mean? But I can see what people have wrong with it. You know what I mean? I was like, this game is.
It's not for everybody.
It's definitely not. It's all puzzles. It's all it really is.
I like to revisit it again. I don't think 2 hours is enough to justify.
No,
It was just more like, well, I spent $40 right now, and I probably want to spend it on another game. So let me just put this one on the back burner.
On the back burner.
But I'll go back.
See, I love puzzle games. Like, for example, Uncharted. I feel like this last one didn't have enough puzzles.
No, it didn't have any.
Yeah,
Like very few.
very few.
Yeah.
So I like puzzle games where they take me to another part. Like, for example, Uncharted 4, where you need to
Tomb
solve
Raider.
this puzzle.
You're gonna like Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider. Where you solve this puzzle to get you somewhere. So you have it's a means to an end versus just puzzle games.
Overall, yeah. This one here, it's basically what they are. These grids,
Okay.
and it's a line puzzle, and you're figuring out how to make the line so that it unlocks the next one, and then it'll be like 4 or 5 in a row. But the funny thing is, each one has a different
Language, I would say.
rule.
Almost. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll have a little square in the middle, and you realize that you have to you have to be able to circle that square, and then the puzzle requires you to do something. Like,
Okay.
Or it'll have triangles, and you have to be able to go between these triangles in order to get to the end. So every one of them has this weird rule in order for you to unlock it. And it's essentially teaching you stuff as you go, because later on, it'll have 4, 5, 6 rules in one puzzle. And now you have to, but it's good in the sense, but it can really be, at some point I was seeing lines as I was sleeping. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you, so it's just a straight puzzler where that's all the game is, or are you moving and then you go to this puzzle, figure out this puzzle, and...
You are moving, yeah. You're on an island, and it's first person, and you basically walk up to the puzzles and stuff like that. And sometimes it'll be part of a forest, or sometimes it'll be part of some water area or something like that, but this is huge island. It's a beautiful looking game. Yeah, it's a very beautiful game.
And the environment actually, you would think when you see the type of puzzles there are, you would think, well, why don't I just get the puzzles themselves? Because it just looks like something that you could have like a small iOS game, made out of. But there is a relation between the puzzles that you're doing and the environment around you. Like sometimes the answer to the puzzle that you're working on will actually be somewhere in the environment. You kind of have to like look and it's very intricate. It has, there's a sense of mystery of like, okay, what is this island? Why am I here? Why is it giving me a video of a guy walking with a candle?
Yeah. That's so weird. It's some weird abstract shit.
It's very abstract.
It forces you to think about these, and it's just like, if you want to, but after a while it got really,
I don't want to think.
It got really,
just some of the story.
Some
of the story.
Yes.
And so going back to PlayStation Plus membership prices are as follows. As of actually, I didn't put the date here, but
I think it's September.
Sometime, yeah. It basically, the year price is going up to $59.99. It used to be $49.99. The 3-month price is going to $24.99, which used to be $17.99. And if you're just paying a month, it's still $9.99, and it always was $9.99. So that's no change there. It's just the 3-month portion or the year. What do you guys think of this?
I think it was long overdue. Sony has been the PSN Plus.
PS Plus, yeah.
PS Plus has been amazing. It has delivered, and this is from a non-Sony fan person. I'm not I'm not defending or anything, but the value of what you get for $50 was like unreal, and the quality of the games that you get. More often than not, there will be games that you would like to play.
100%. You'd make your money.
Yeah. So they're raising it $10. You know what? It sucks that things go up. It sucks. I'm not defending them, but I can understand, and I'll be happy to pay my $59.99 still.
Me too.
Even though I never do, because I always try to get a deal from like sources online.
Sources.
We're not gonna.
We won't discuss.
They're not paying us.
I agree. I'm gonna pay. It's been like that since it says here launched back in 2010. So I'm like, that's 6 years, no increase.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
and you figure, for example, a couple months ago they threw up NBA 2K16, something like that.
Yeah,
that's a $60 game. Yeah,
hell yeah. I agree, and that was way before the new one was coming out. So it was like, wow, you guys are.
So that was still a recent game, yeah.
Exactly.
You got Rebel Galaxy recently, also.
Rebel Galaxy, which is another. I think that one's $40 right now, or maybe 30.
30, I think so.
I agree. It definitely. I ain't got no problem with it, but a lot of people do, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, the majority of the people that are playing games are usually school agers, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
College
they can only
students
afford so much.
Yeah, so they're probably like on a stricter budget. We're lucky that all three of us have a pretty good job. So for us, it's like another $10. We're adults. We're like, yeah, you know what? $10. It's a good beer, for example, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So for us, we're like, yeah,
no big deal.
Yeah.
And sir, I wanted to bring up something for you.
Talk to me. I already know it's coming. Hit me.
So Battlefield 1 is getting a year's worth of add-on content, and it's all wrapped in a premium $50 DLC bundle. You interested? You buying into this?
Oh, yeah, no, I always buy a premium.
The premium? Yeah, that's not new,
It's
though.
up, it's up.
They always done that. What's different here?
They just announced it.
Yeah, no, that's a thing.
Oh.
Jeez.
They're announcing. Well, no, I'm just saying in the sense that we kind of expect them to do those
Yes,
before.
exactly.
Yeah. So this ain't news. So
No, this
just
isn't news.
Scratch this. No, I'm kidding.
God.
I'll be getting
I'm sorry.
Battlefield
Let
1.
me rephrase this. We already knew this, but guess what? They just announced it.
Guess what?
Battlefield 1. The first expansion for the World War I game is called They Shall Not Pass, and it focuses on the French army. Expect that around March of 2017. So that's a little bit after.
Are they? I assume that they're multiplayer map packs.
Yes.
Okay,
Premium Pass
yeah.
includes 16 maps, 20 weapons, 14 dog tags, and 14 battle packs.
Oh, I'm all about those dog tags, by the way.
Really?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm all about getting them for people because what I really like about Battlefield is that it has these short in-game animations. So if you perform a melee attack, you actually stop.
Yeah.
Turn them around, stab them, pull their tags.
Pull the tags, and now you collect them.
Yeah, that's how you do
Wow.
it.
It's
Whereas
really cool.
Call of Duty, there's no way you can do that. You barely even see your hand move across the screen when you're slicing someone.
Somebody doesn't like Call of Duty.
No, we don't.
You don't even touch them.
If you choose to get, there's 4 of them. So if you choose to get them individually, they will be priced at $15 each. So it's $10 more overall if you do it that way.
Yeah.
And real quick, I do want to touch on a little movie trailer that we just watched right before recording.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders.
Oh.
So they are going back to the actually 60s. Right? It's going to be voiced
To the
by-
Adam West?
To the voiced.
Oh, shoot.
Voiced by Adam West and
Batman.
I can't remember who the who played Robin, but the guy who played Robin, that'll be him. He's in there too.
Also, yeah.
Yes, he's voicing it, and then Julie Newmar, who I think voiced Catwoman. She'll be in there as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, especially since the last one that I told you about didn't do too well as far as I'm concerned. Or it wasn't as good as I was expecting. I guess maybe my expectations were too high.
The Killing Joke?
Yeah.
That's a shame. I wanted to see that.
Yeah, I'll lend it to you. You can watch it. You tell me. It's just it didn't deliver the way I thought it was going to. And then finally on the news front here, I have a little unfortunate news about Deus Ex or Deus Ex, however you want to say it, Mankind Divided. Apparently, there are a lot of free bonuses that were included with the pre-orders that unfortunately can only be used once. Have you heard about them?
Wait. So these bonuses that you get, they're only one-time
One-time use. Consumables are one-time use, yeah. And it's also it's one-time use, but it's also to that save file. So if you were to start another one,
It'll disappear.
it's not going to be included there. And so that's unfortunately frustrating a lot of people, specifically because they didn't know about this before pre-ordering. And then on top of that, the PC version apparently is not up to snuff.
Honestly,
stuff.
I'm already getting tired of the pre-order digital bonuses as well as the pre-order physical
The
bonuses also, because they're just dumb. Some of them will break the game. And when I say break, I mean in the sense of the rules. That suddenly they give you an unfair advantage. Some of them actually literally break the game, like the No Man's Sky one, where they give you a ship with a hyperdrive, and then if you skip how to do the hyperdrive tutorial, then you're stuck in stuck in a planet not knowing how to do how to.
You can't get a hyperdrive. You're stuck on the planet.
And the more often than not, they're just silly things that you're probably not gonna miss. Not having it. I don't like the fact that great consumables as pre-order, but at the same time you're not gonna miss it because when the game was designed, it wasn't taking that into consideration. That those things were taken into consideration. These things are
It's
just
an afterthought.
That's actually the reason why they, according to the article, reason why they made them the consumables one-time use is because of that. It would break the game. It wasn't designed to have all that there.
You know what? I changed my stand on it. Good. I'm glad they did that because what the hell are you doing pre-ordering anyway?
I pre-order all the time.
Yeah, just go. I pre-order things that either I know I want them on day one because
like Call of Duty. Yeah.
No.
I might actually do that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh well, yes. This next one, I'm probably gonna want to play. Day one.
Oh yeah, the 80s.
But yes, hats off. But or titles that I know they're kind of in limited supply.
Okay.
Or collector's editions that look kind of cool, like the Blizzard collector's editions. They always deliver. They like the Overwatch one was awesome. But for the most part. No, they're not gonna run out of games,
Yeah.
and I want more. Most of my games, I want them digital anyway. So
No, I mean, I think the PC one would have been a digital one. I mean, I don't think.
no. I'm saying even the version, even the regular version. Like, I think I'm done with physical media.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's easier.
But still, you can still pre-order the digital one anyway. That's what I'm saying.
That is why would you do that? Why would anybody do that? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
The only reason why would be to
Say
get it cheaper.
Yes, that would be a good incentive. If you know you're getting the game anyway, which you still have to be careful. But let's say you're a fan of, they announced Bayonetta.
Uncharted. Like Uncharted 4.
Yeah, exactly.
I pre-ordered
You're not going to let me wait for the reviews of it. You already know you're going to want it.
Because it's not
sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, there wouldn't be an incentive to pre-order it unless
I paid $48.
I paid $48 for it. Sure, you know what? Prime does
Actually,
that a lot.
No, I actually got a special edition one, which was $80, but I got in the paying to like $60 or $62.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see that's worth it.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's not bad. No, I agree. I agree with those things.
Honestly, I'm not against pre-ordering 100% because let's face it, I do it. But sometimes,
but this is an ugly trend. If bonuses and all this stuff, or if you're paying more for a pack. a DLC pack, and suddenly that stuff is one-time use. That's an ugly future.
Oh, that happens all the time. Consumables that you buy and you use. You remember Mortal Kombat 10?
About DLC though.
Yeah, well, DLC. Mortal Kombat 10 had literally so items that you can buy to like do fatalities without having to do the movement.
Yeah.
Those were consumable that you will spend real money and buy them just to be able to pull up a fatality without. I mean, they're saying you cheat codes.
Yeah,
and
that's not cheat code though, because that's what I'm saying. That's bad. That's bad business.
That's BS.
Because I remember they had that as a cheat code. You can actually unlock it. It was called one button fatalities. The moment it said finish him, just hit the right button for the one button, and it would do the fatality. You didn't have to do the whole. You know what I mean? I'm like, and that was free. It came in the game already.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? Why are you giving us that? But they're just giving. Here's like 3 or 4. You can just do it 3 or 4 times. You want more? It'll be $5.99.
$5.99.
Like what the hell? That's I can see why they'd be frustrated. For that. So, well, anyway, so that's Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Apparently, still getting great reviews. Not doing so well again on PC. Apparently, there's some technical issues there.
What do you mean?
On PC?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about quite the opposite.
Really?
I saw Total Biscuit review. He goes very technical on it, and it runs great.
Okay, well, let me look up that article again and I'll make sure I got that correct.
While you're looking for that, I do have one piece of news that you might have forgotten to mention, and that is
Pokemon Go.
No, fuck Pokemon.
Actually, there's been a new update to it where now you can get your Pokemon appraised.
Explains why. Yeah, explain which monsters are best. Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm. But I don't play Pokemon.
You just read up on it. You're like
PlayStation
low key on it.
Now. PlayStation Now coming to PC.
PlayStation Now.
Yeah, the service where you can play PlayStation 3 games on your PlayStation 4, streaming them. Yeah, you can stream them basically. You can stream them. That's their answer to Xbox backward compatibility.
Oh,
and which I got a piece of news on that too. Now I'll be able to play those titles on my PC. And they're going to release a dongle that you can use with your DualShock to play on the PC.
Nice.
Which is great because
last time your gamepad broke with the PC.
Yeah, I've been meaning to make a video of how I fixed that bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, no,
but that's great. I'm excited. And the dongle, I think it's like $25.
Oh, so it's cheaper than Chrome.
It's cheaper than Chromecast.
Yeah.
So, which I don't understand why the DualShock will need a dongle if the DualShock itself is Bluetooth and the computer is Bluetooth. See, Microsoft one wasn't Bluetooth before.
So you needed a USB.
So you needed to have the dongle. Yeah. And now Microsoft went to Bluetooth. And Sony is going back to dongles?
It could just be how it's written.
The driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a driver's issue.
I mean, I don't mind. As long as if I can play with that, with the DualShock. No, not because of fanboy reasons. I still prefer the Xbox One controller. I just hate that it doesn't work with PC properly.
You know which one was my favorite controller? The Dreamcast was actually my favorite controller.
Can you shut down his microphone?
No, that was a good controller. What are you talking about?
Hey,
did you ever play Dreamcast?
This Nintendo 64 was a great controller too.
Yeah,
No,
the 64 was a great controller.
See, no, it was not.
so.
No,
Okay.
it was not. That controller was garbage. Was pure
He just didn't know how to
unadulterated
use it.
garbage. I need to have 3 hands to hold this thing.
The joystick placement was
Exactly.
terrible.
You messed up the joystick placement. You messed up the controller.
Yeah, but a lot of the games you didn't have to use a joystick. A lot of it you could just use the arrow keys.
And,
no,
and
that's
vice
not
versa.
an excuse, though.
Vice versa, by the way. You didn't have to use
That's
the
not
arrow
an
keys.
excuse. You know what
Yeah.
controller is great?
PS4.
The PS4 DualShock and the Xbox One. This generation has the best controllers, bar none. I have to admit.
And the fact that you can customize them too. Like if you want them a little bit more rugged. Like I sweat a lot.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about customization? The Xbox,
you
One
can-
is amazing. You can
fully
customize the colors.
Yeah, exactly. It's fully customizable.
Yeah. The Elite, I want to have one of those, but if
Spelled
they
3.
if they can fix the freaking problem with the PC.
Connectivity, yeah.
Speaking of problem with PC, segue here. Back to Deus Ex Mankind. According to the article on Polygon, is kind of a mess on PC.
Oh, so it could be like hit or miss with some places, some people.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. It has
That's PC gaming in general.
game has a weird mouse acceleration that cannot be turned off, and on top of that, the XY speeds are different. Not letting players turn things off. Blah, blah, blah. Optimization is absolute shit. It says it's in bracketed because it's edited. Absolute beep. I mean, it's really bad. Yes, I turn off the MSAA and turn down the volumetric lighting, etc. And yet the game still has a massive stuttering along with the bizarre.
I feel like
input
that
lag.
would have been big on NeoGAF and all the other PC centric. I mean, not saying the PC centric, but Polygon's the only one talking about this. Maybe that's an isolated incident.
Well, perhaps. I mean, we can say it that way. But 2,793 reviews on Steam all have mixed at the time of this writing. And of course, the developer has released suggestions to help the performance, crashing issues at startup. All that's still under investigation at the moment.
In the defense of the game, it could just be the kind of hardware that these people are running, which very well could be an issue.
Oh, that's the thing with PC gaming.
Yeah,
it's
and that's the thing. It's not standardized like, for example, like a PlayStation or an
console,
Xbox. Yeah, so console is standardized. Where a PC, I mean, they could be running it on 4 gigs of RAM, and then it's causing it to lag terribly versus someone who's running it on like 16 or 32 or something.
But if I want to play the game at 60 frames per second at 1440p, then that's the way I would go.
Good for you, sir.
Speaking of games,
Hashtag
speaking of games that have been
PS4
improved, Call of Duty 2 was released as backward compatible on Xbox One, and apparently the game runs amazing on the Xbox One hardware.
Shouldn't it?
Like, well, I mean, yes, sure. When that game came out, I always thought that it looked good, but upon closer inspection, the frame rate, unlike the new unlike the Call of Duty of today, it was all over the place. I mean, sometimes it'll be 60, sometimes it'll drop down to 30.
Let's Call of Duty 2.
That's Call of Duty 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like early. That's 2006. That's when that's a Xbox 360 launch title.
Exactly.
So now looking at it, playing it at like glorious 60 frames per second, solid. Like I want to go back. I wish I had a digital that I could go back and play it. That'd be cool.
Just get a used copy from GameStop. You could use a disc, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
No reason to turn in your Xbox One yet. How about that?
Sir, I don't hate my Xbox One. It's just I hate the fact
didn't
that
say you hate it.
not a lot of things have been released lately that will make me want to play it.
I never said you hated it.
Although, if you want to play if you want to get Destiny for free, you could get it on Xbox One right now. I
think everybody
the vanilla version.
I think everybody who wanted Destiny got it already.
Well, and those that didn't want it now have a chance to try it. The vanilla version. They changed it. It's new. It's free. But you know what you should really get, which we should stop the podcast right now and go to GameStop and get it for you?
Guapo.
Doom.
Oh.
Doom. Nelson.
Yeah.
Doom is $20 right now. $60 title that could easily stay at $60. This game is $20 right now, new. And it is one of the best GameStop.
Oh.
One of the best first-person shooter experiences that I've had. It is so fun. It is so fat. It is wicked cool. It is wicked evil. Dude, why haven't you gotten this?
Because I'm doing other stuff, dude. I'll eventually get it.
You will. $20, dude. $20. It's not getting any lower than that.
Oh, I know that. I mean, if it's already at $20, it means it's not
probably out.
It's not going to get higher than that either. So I have time.
No. This is a limited thing. This is GameStop only. Probably Amazon because they like to price match.
To match it.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna check right now because I might just double dip.
Oh, okay.
Play the PS4. I finished that game, and that game's long. That's another thing. Remember, it took me a while to finish. That game is long.
It took you like what, a week?
No. It took me
several weeks.
because I couldn't. Yeah, because I was
right.
But I mean, it'll take you. I'm talking about probably like I don't know, 20 hours maybe, 16 hours. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. But yeah. That's my so far my game of the year, and yes, putting it over Uncharted 4.
Oh,
interesting. I can't say anything.
Do you
I've
see
never
what I'm
played Doom,
holding
so I
right
don't know.
You played the demo.
I did play the
You
demo,
wanna
but the
say
demo is
Yeah, the demo is too. It's too. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to take us to our break. We'll be right back. We're just going to refill. Excuse me, refill. What the hell is that? Refill our refreshments.
Refill our refreshments.
And of course, relieve ourselves. And we'll be right back. We're back, guys, and we're just going to jump right into this week's Hot Topic, also known as Hot Topic of the Week.
Hot topic of the week. Hot topic of the week. Hot topic of the week.
Yes. Thank you, gentlemen.
yes, all that. Okay. What's this week's hot topic?
This week's Hot Topic is the PlayStation 4 Slim was announced, and the
I'm in.
PlayStation 4 Neo will most likely be announced
I'm in.
on September 7th.
Pre-order.
I don't think the PlayStation 4 Slim was announced.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was leaked.
Yeah, it was
you go.
leaked. Then announced.
With a video and people actually playing it and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. And Sony has yet to say anything about it. So technically,
Sony's like, what are you talking about? It's a fake. That's not there.
technically, it's not been announced.
Yo.
But let's be real, it's out there.
Well, doesn't Sony have a habit of doing that where stuff gets leaked?
Yeah, they have a leaking problem apparently.
They've been most of them do. Let's be real.
Yes.
But they've been actually pretty good. Like right before E3, a lot of that stuff I didn't know. The E3 press conference, they were that stuff. A lot of that shot.
Which leads you to believe like how much of this quote unquote leaked information is leaked. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like, hey, listen, I'll give you an exclusive here. Put this video, and we'll deny it.
You get people talking.
Yeah, exactly. It gets people talking. It gets people hyped. I'm getting it.
Now there's a question: are you doing the Slim, or are you doing the Neo?
No, I'm doing the Neo. Yeah.
The Neo. Okay. They haven't announced the date yet. The early leaks from before from that giant bomb.
Oh, there's beer.
that Giant Bomb had announced. They said sometime by the end of this year, Neo should be coming out. Yes, that's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
So I guess the question on everybody's mind, and it's been pretty much a hot topic since Neo first got leaked. Is this too early?
No.
What?
Is it too early for another iteration of console?
Sir, are we going to revisit episode 1?
Sir?
This was our first episode. This was literally our first episode where I guess we're doing the remaster edition of it.
But
this
a lot has happened.
Yeah, we spoke about that. I guess he means it in the context that
18 weeks ago, a lot has happened since.
Yes.
And now that it's September 7th, let's be real, like it or not, they haven't said what they're going to announce, but they have a conference on the 7th of September in New York at PlayStation Theater. What else are they going to fucking say?
No. They're going to. It's obviously it's got to be this. It's going to be this. It's going to be PlayStation.
It's right around the corner. Slim finally got leaked. So
I didn't know about Slim though.
Me either. But here's my question. I kind of thought that this was going to be the Neo would be that slim iteration version of the next step. But now there's a Slim. So now the Neo is like now you have two.
I tell you what's going to be announced here. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Xbox is the exact same thing. They put the Slim and then there's Scorpio.
So I was going to touch on that. This is Sony's reaction of, oh shoot, Scorpio apparently is going to be more powerful, by quite a bit.
Yeah.
We're going to have to delay the Neo.
So you
and
think
in the
there's a
meantime, yes, I want to say
this year.
I say Neo is the chances. I will say the chances of Neo releasing this year are pretty slim.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, I guess that was going to be
look at his face. He was building up for that.
He was like, I know what the topic is.
Yes,
I know what the topic is. I know exactly how to release it.
I've been ready to say it since
He's been playing
the topic of the week was announced.
Well played, sir.
No, seriously, guys. It came up from my head just now.
That was good.
Well, so that was actually going to lead me into the other question. Will the Neo be released this year? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say probably not.
Yeah,
because this is Sony is going back to the drawing board likely and review. I mean, I'm basing this on nothing. It's just a gut feeling.
So they're going to go back to the drawing board and
revise, probably respec the CPU.
So that's what we're get. So that's what we're going to get on September 7th. Now, the new specs, not the specs that were released before.
Not the specs, exactly. And it's coming out sometime next year. They're going to say March. Yes, that's March. Sounds very likely, along with the release of the Nintendo NX. Okay, that's interesting, actually.
There's a lot of consoles. And if you really think about it, in about a little more than a year span, we're going to have a whole new set of consoles. Sort of. You got the slim version of the PS4 and now the Neo. You're going to have the NX in March. You have now the Xbox Slim, and then you're going to have the Scorpio at the end of next year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of consoles, and people already have them. And we haven't had them for more than 3 years yet. You know what I mean? So are these going to move?
Is that another pun? PlayStation move? I think so.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think people. I mean, us. We have responsibilities. We might have jobs, but we also have responsibilities, and we can't be like throwing money, out there on new consoles. But I can see fans of PlayStation. I mean, come on, Chakrod, bro.
Oh no,
Chakrod has already. Chakrad's gonna get the Slim and the and the Neo.
Yeah,
and the one and the
one
and the Scorpio
and the Scorpio.
See, this is how
probably
not. So,
the NX for sure.
We might not be on the market, but there's people who probably still have PlayStation 3 that now this is being announced, and they're like, hey,
this is where
I'm going to skip PlayStation 4 and just make that jump. Either get the Slim or just...
No, I agree. I'm sure that there are people who are PS3, but are there many? I mean, there's 45 million sold PS4s.
There are, and a lot of them are super fans. They do want that shiny new PlayStation. It's like when the special edition PlayStations came out. and people that already have PlayStation were like, oh, I must get this one. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to trade my current one for the white one or whatever. You'll see a lot of that. You'll see a lot of that, and a lot of GameStop are gonna take advantage of it and are gonna be like offering their deals just to get people in the door.
If they do it in March, what's right around that area or what's right around that time? Tax return, right?
Yes.
So people probably going to be using their tax returns like, hey, first thing on my list, come tax return.
Thank you for giving me that idea.
Well, there you go. Here's one of them. It's going to be pick up a new system.
Yes, and I mean, you got to think about the fact that VR, it's also upon us. At least PlayStation VR is upon us, and we've seen the demos on the current PlayStation. Mm-hmm. It runs okay. It runs fine. For now, they don't need.
As far as I know, I mean, I don't have any other basis comparison.
Yeah, I mean, we tried it that day. Did you try the
in Millennium Mall?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I've also tried the Samsung VR.
The Gear?
Yeah,
the Gear?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. It gave me a little motion sickness because we were floating somewhere.
Yeah, we too.
Oh,
I went to the PlayStation VR. I was playing, what was the name of it?
EVE Online. EVE Valkyrie.
Which is a space shooter.
Oh, okay. That'll fuck you up.
That one fucked you up.
It was pretty. I'm not gonna lie, it was realistic in that sense. But when you do that turn, the barrel roll,
it was like, oh, whoa,
this really started. I mean, I did it a few times, and then at some point, I was like, okay, I gotta stop. And I was in the glass. With my eyes closed. Okay, I need to take this off, guys. Because I was like, this is. But
you will be on a real spaceship. If it was.
If you're
flying that high, if you're barrel rolling,
we're not using
I'll be with my eyes closed.
With time and use, I'm sure anybody can get used to it. But so I guess the other question that came up: does the Scorpio, the fact that their specs are, with their 45 teraflops that they have, does that make them change the specs on this one? And if so,
did you say 45 or 4 to 5?
No, I was joking. I said 45. Yeah. I think it's 6 teraflops is what they mentioned. Yeah. But that's teraflops have been thrown around so much. I'm like,
whatever the teraflop.
Whatever the teraflop.
Whatever the teraflop is.
Never heard of a teraflop ever until this stupid Scorpio.
The bit wars. Remember the bit war. 8-bit, 16-bit.
Jesus.
Do the math.
So basically, from what I understand, you think they are going to go respec it.
I think so.
So the question in that case is, these test kits that they've been sending out, they're now, whatever testing they were doing on it, if they're going to respec it, now they have to do it again. So that kind of really delays things, don't you think?
Yeah. It does put a whole. I mean, again, I'm not betting money on it. Oh, this is going to happen. It's just a very likely scenario. Another very likely scenario is Sony releases both side by side, and the Neo is $499, and this one is $299, $199 maybe even. I mean, they have to do something
to the Slim.
The Slim, yeah. They have to do something to answer Microsoft's challenge, because I mean, the Scorpio apparently specs wise, it's a big thing. I mean, this feels like a generation leap.
Right.
Whether the Neo, when it was announced, it just looked like an iteration.
You know what it almost reminds me of? It's like that bridging that gap between PC and console gaming with the specs that it's running.
Yeah, and
do you think it'll be modular like a PC?
No, they can't be, because otherwise it'll be a PC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be a PC with its own operating system.
Microsoft cannot match its controller with its operating system.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to think about the fact that if you give the option for the user to replace components, then you have to change warranty, because how is the warranty going to work? Because if you're selling a product, let's say, for example, you have expandable memory, right? If this person, because of user error or ID 10, ID 110, something like that, idiot, errors, messes it up, puts the memory card backwards or something.
Yeah,
they screws it up. Exactly, they fry something. Who's gonna replace that? Is it the user? Is it? I mean,
yeah, they can't afford to. Those service calls will be up there. Yeah, no, they can't do that. But I do think that Sony needs to answer Microsoft call, because the way it looks, apparently the user base follows power. Although that's
I was
okay.
gonna say that's not
actually
always the
not
case,
debatable. Yeah.
That's not always the
Yeah.
case.
At least it was. It looks like it was the case here now. You know, with
PlayStation 4?
No, damn
No,
it.
that's not
I
the
can't
case
say that
either,
case
yeah.
either because it was Microsoft
shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah,
that
that's what that
make
was,
it. Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay. So that leads me to my next question. And this is, I guess, this is going with, I guess, both PlayStation 4 and Scorpio, Neo and Scorpio. PlayStation 4, 45 million consoles. So you basically own the console market at the moment. This can, if you do go respec it like the Scorpio, now you're splintering the market a little bit because now you're going to have games that can probably only run on Neo, which is what they specifically said they're not going to do. So
have Microsoft come up clean to say
they have not?
They have not.
But I mean, they haven't said that. But when you have a powerful system like that, are you not going to use this power?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So obviously, for me, it appears, this is just my opinion, it appears to me as if they're saying, we are washing our hands of this particular generation. We fucked up. We shot ourselves in the foot back in 2013, and we have never been able to get ahead of that. We're starting over. So, and then of course, they did promise that the Scorpio will run everything that prior.
Yeah, backwards.
So
And they've been to their credit, they have been good about their backward compatibility.
Right,
The backward
yeah.
compatibility with the 360 have been like really good.
So the question is, if no one bought into it, or not as many bought into it, I don't know how many Xbox One. I think they're about 20, just under 20 million. If you had that struggle before with this console, you don't think maybe you're going to have particular struggle, especially when there may be already one that's a little bit more affordable and still runs games?
I think Xbox fans will move.
Oh, I know they move.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they won't. But let's be real. That's a small portion of that.
Right.
Maybe 20 million.
I think. I mean, Microsoft. Yes, they put an awesome or they put an awesome message there. Okay, just like you said, we fucked up last. On 2013. We're gonna basically start over. Yes. That's a good message. It's gonna be difficult to convince the Sony zealots to jump. They're usually very loyal to the brand.
Yeah.
But
as anybody, most people are pretty loyal to it.
But let's say now, for example, the third-party situation changes and suddenly the games are looking better on Microsoft console, like substantially, let's say. Then I can see them, moving because I want to play the next, I want to play BioShock 3 on the best, on the best looking way possible. That I'll have the best experience without spending on a PC.
I think that mindset is a very small portion of the public.
True.
Because most of the time, for me personally, if it runs steady 30 and it looks good and it runs fine and it has everything it should have, I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Now, I agree. Yes, we should already be past that 30 at this point.
Sure.
With the generation, they should already be at 60. But
On
Exactly.
PlayStation 3, we should have.
as long as it's running and it looks good, and I'm okay with that. Will that make me spend more because I want it at 60? No.
Well,
There will be people who do.
Yeah, because I would.
I know there were people who will, but they are, believe it or not, the minority in the whole group. Most people just want to have the game. You know what I mean?
And I think just to piggyback off of that is that some of these people that would pay are people who are actually into PC gaming as well. So they have something to compare.
Enthusiasts in general. They could be like,
I mean, they can really be into spec.
They don't. Yeah.
Whereas, for example, you and me, it's been a long time since I've PC gamed. Been a long time since I built my own rig. So I'm not as knowledgeable in current specs or current hardware. I'm the same way. Listen, as long as it's running, it's not crashing, it's a playable game. Exactly. I'm good.
Yeah. So that's I guess that's a concern when you're introducing. You're especially for PlayStation. You're already in the lead, and 45 million users. You've got good first party support, second party games, third party games. You have good support. They're taking the lead on a lot of games that used to be leaded on Xbox. So it's like, you're already here. Why would you
see?
split?
That's what Microsoft would do. They're already in first place. Let's just rest on our laurels and don't do anything about it. I think this is smart for Sony. The fact that they are now they're in first place. Yeah, they have 45 million units, and now they get to resell them. Resell the established fan base. Not everybody, because not everybody's going to jump on it, but a lot of people will definitely go for it because they are PlayStation, loyalists. So yeah, I can see them. Like, I don't blame them for doing this. Do I like it? Do I like the idea in particular? Yes and no. I like the fact that I like new hardware. Yeah, just like you said, I'm an enthusiast. I like newer is better, as you have said in the past. However, I'm a little. It's a slippery slope because if it suddenly becomes the phone iteration, the iteration, then I want out. Then I'm done with consoles. Then I don't need them because at that point I might as well stick to the PC.
True.
Right, exactly. And I see 100% what you're saying because if that's the case, I mean, you buy a piece of hardware 6 months, not even 6 months, maybe 3 months down the line, it's already outdated.
Yeah.
So if we're going by that, then might as well just make the jump go to PC.
Yeah.
All right, and one more question I have that has separated. Well, actually, I have two. One quick one, but we'll get to that one. Does the PlayStation Neo, let's say it does come out this year, the fact that it comes out this year, does that injure or not injure, in some way cannibalizes the sales of PlayStation VR, which also comes out this year?
That's a very good question, because they're both going to be premium items.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You can, and let's be real, the PlayStation VR is $400.
Mm-hmm.
The PlayStation Neo is probably going to be around there. Yeah. So
too. Yep.
You're looking at which one am I?
That's what I'm saying. Chances are Neo doesn't come out this year. Yeah, it's delayed because
But if it does come out this year, and let's say for instance they go with the accord. This, you know what? This was our plan. We're just going to go with our plan the way it was. It was supposed to come out this year. Whatever. And come out, and now you have basically two consoles in your camp competing against each other. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, you're definitely taking from one side to the other.
Correct.
Yeah, people can only have so much money to spend. Yeah, no, I think yes, I believe that will be a bad move because it will cannibalize definitely. I think if I get the choice, I will go for the PlayStation Neo.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I can see a lot of people doing well, let me just go VR because I already have a PlayStation, and that we.
It could be a little bit of a. So I can see why they would delay. I'm sorry if you were going to say.
I was going to say the only way I could see it working is if they make limited quantities of VR and say we're going to release 10,000 units. After that, there's no more.
Well, the pre-orders, they already have pre-orders, and pre-orders are already done.
But what would be the point of that, though? If they have a limited, then they don't have any incentive to make games.
Right. No, what I'm saying is that they do that for now until they drop the other one, see how the other one's selling, and then bring it back in. Because there's two reasons for that. I would see if it was my business. Mm-hmm. One, I would only offer X amount of units so that I can create the support behind it. And also so that people could get familiar with the product, build that exclusivity where, like, hey, this guy has VR. Go, try it out. It's awesome. Oh, when it drops next time, I'm the first one in line to get it. So it psychologically, mm-hmm. You play on people's emotions. So that's how I see it working, where they drop VR and a console in the same year.
I think in this case, Sony will have to deliver a message where, yes, you can use VR right now, but the experience will be so much better with the Neo. And I know that would be crappy. Yeah, I can see you making a face already. I can see you making the face already.
That's a bad message.
But what I'm saying is, well, exactly, that's a bad message.
Essentially, that's a slap to the face of the 45 already owning. It's like, you told me this ran just fine.
It wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be in the face like that, like I said it.
It kind of would.
But in a sense, it kind of would, because that established fan base, they're gonna be like, well, what about? I guess I'm gonna have to buy this also.
They're gonna feel
exactly.
Jew.
Yeah.
Last question, real quick. Prices. What do you think the Slim will cost? What do you think the Neo is going to cost?
I'm saying, well, That's a good question. I'll pass that over to Santos.
I think the Slim right now. What is the price for the PlayStation 4? $350?
Is it? I thought it was $299.
Did it go down to $299?
I think so.
So if it's $299, the Slim will come in at $249.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, and then the PlayStation Neo will go straight $400, same way it was with $399.
$399.
What do you think? This is not.
He's researching.
Yeah, he's researching. What? Oh God!
$599
On which one? The Neo?
The Neo will be no. I can see.
That's pretty good.
All right, shit. Yeah, that's a good question, because if you price it high, if you're not gonna say $599, you're not gonna say $499 US dollars.
No, it has to be under.
It'll have to be under
the price.
But I can definitely see it. Yeah, $399. That's $400. Sure, for the Neo, that's a good entryway for it. I mean, they're selling you a more powerful system,
and they're selling at the price of the original.
And then $100 less for the Slim.
So the Slim stays at $299.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I could see it.
Okay.
I think with the Slim, usually $50 off is usually customary.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think those numbers are pretty
Yeah,
good.
I think so.
What I do see them doing is maybe going $50 over. I was trying to think of the number over the $450, for example,
On the Neo.
on the Neo.
Okay.
Just because it is a more powerful system.
$450.
and then throwing in like a free game, so they'll be like, oh, it's $450 and you get like, I don't know, a racing game or something
I
for
think
free.
they could get away with that. And what racing game would it be? It'll have to be
It-
something announced already.
That's what I'm saying. Like I could see them doing that. Like, you know how last episode you were talking about like these Burger King games or
Oh, yeah.
or those Christmas. Yeah, it's just some like
The test the games to the showcase games,
exactly
mini games to show the system.
something just to like keep you busy until a title comes out.
$599 US for a bundle.
Oh, for a bundle. Okay.
For Neo with
Don't say it. Go ahead.
with
Kinect.
PlayStation VR.
Oh,
I don't know. That may be a lot.
That's a
too
pie
much
in the
to make a
sky.
loss.
That's a pie in the
loss.
sky.
listen, we need to bring back Kinect.
$599 US.
Sir.
Well, then
We need
again,
to-
hey, PlayStation 4 was $400. That's a pie in the sky price, and they did it.
True.
That was that was
By
ridiculous.
removing the camera from the box.
God, that was such a good E3. Oh my God, I never seen an E3 as good as the PlayStation 4 on video. What year was that? I need to watch that
2013?
again. 2013. Oh my God, what a good
it
year.
was those were fighting. They were.
Is that
it was
when
an
it
action.
was at your house that they did the E3?
We did this. Yeah. It was at the house, and that was the day that the fight with Microsoft, because Microsoft was $500, right?
That was $499.
Yeah, $499, and then PlayStation $399.
Yeah,
with
it was like whoa,
superb
and
system
the best
on top
one,
of that.
the best part, literally the best part to date is the how you share games on PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
4.
God, yes.
It was this little bit because it was this convoluted thing that Xbox was going to do.
Oh, yeah, I remember,
sharing games digitally and all
Yeah,
this.
on the cloud or whatever.
Yeah, and then they released these videos, and it says it has PlayStation. How do you share games on PlayStation 4?
Step one.
And step one.
Yeah. Oh,
Thanks.
yeah. I
hands the game
remember.
over to me.
Oh, they're throwing some
was
shade
so
on that
freaking
one.
good. That was so freaking
That
good.
was some
good.
serious shade on it.
That was a good.
Real quick, I do want to go through some of the comments for this topic of the week. Giovanni is not excited.
He is not excited.
Not
He's
excited at
not
all.
a true gamer.
He says,
I'm
not
calling
excited.
you out, Giovanni.
We don't need them. This is a marketing strategy to test us gamers and then possibly reduce the life of a console generation, since they will do about the same with little improvement unless you don't own the first version of said console of the current gen. This is obviously a great time to buy, but just for the sake of improving, pretty much like a smartphone, I would say waiting for true innovation would be your cue to buy or not. So that's his opinion on that.
That was a very good assessment of it.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what you said. That it's kind of like the smartphone where they're like annualizing it.
Yeah, if they go that route, then there's no sense because I don't want to have to worry about my console's going to be outdated next
and-
year.
yeah.
Exactly.
The Call of Duty effect.
The Call of Duty effect.
Jose Aponte on the podcast mentions if it comes out with 4K support, which still has not been 100% confirmed, then maybe I will replace the one I have. If not, I'll get a new Xbox One.
Wait for Scorpio, Jose.
Does have 4K support. And that's all we have here for the comments.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, still not 100% sure if we're at time. I mean, literally right now, from today, from the release of the PlayStation 4 up to now, we're not even 3 years.
No.
Not even 3. Think about now. Granted, last generation did go longer than normally would have.
Yes.
I think 8, 9 years.
They were shooting for 10.
Yeah. So we're at 3. We're already looking at maybe.
They're saying the opposite. This time it's like, nope.
It's
We
too
want to
short.
flip them.
It's too short.
We want to flip them now.
Yeah, exactly.
So message is sell.
Yes.
Exactly. Sell your consoles now so you can get the other one later.
Fire sale.
Well, that brings us to the end of episode 18, guys. My name is Arnaldo, and as always, you can, again, download our previous episodes at the Google Play and iTunes, and, of course, follow us on YouTube at Good Game Bracketed GG. My name is Arnaldo once again, a.k.a. Mad Dog, signing off. Mr. Santos, you have anything else for us?
Can you give me some advice in how to play games when you're married?
I got you, brother. I got you, brother. It's all about managing time.
It's all about sneaking around and putting a TV in your toilet.
It's a little bit of that.
Dream Twister signing off.
Mr. Doom Saint, you have anything else for us?
No, sir. Thank you for everyone who's listening, who tunes in to us weekly. We really appreciate the love. Make sure you follow us and subscribe on YouTube. We're going to be putting up some reviews. New content's going up.
Yes, sir.
And follow the podcast on The Mouthful on Facebook.
The Facebook page of Mouthful, yeah. Also, go to goodgame.tech. That takes you directly to our Facebook group. Join the conversation there. We'd love to have you part of that group.
Everybody's invited.
Absolutely.
Everyone's already there.
The world is there waiting for us, guys. Let's get back to it. We'll see you guys next week. GG!